I was trying to get the top of my hair to line up with the tiki torch, so then I could have it look like my head's on fire. This is sad to hear that people like died here. You know, it's always sad, but it's almost like a good thing that happened, because it reminds them that they can't quite make us Canada yet, or Australia yet. And I can't understand people who don't understand why it would be a bad thing to have them confiscate the citizens' weapons. Like, you can't think of any scenario where it might be a good idea to have some people be able to defend themselves and their neighbors from things that could happen. The criminals certainly don't follow gun laws, so at the very least, you take away, if you were to pass that kind of legislation, it's not going to stop, you know, the regular folks from having guns that normally have guns. They don't get them through legal means. But anyway, and then you have people that are like, well, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to fight the U.S. Army? No. But if things happen like that happened here, where they went to take this man's guns and he took out 3 of them, well, it's going to slow their roll down quite a bit. And in fact, it's the only thing keeping us from becoming Australia or Canada, is the fact that guys like this are still out there, because it's kind of tough to get people to volunteer to do this kind of thing when there's a good chance you're not coming back. So that's why I think it's good. I mean, you know, like I said, it's not good that people die. It's sad, but it's good that this particular thing happened. When they went to disarm this person, he took out 3 of them. So now God bless him. He's going straight to Valhalla, for sure. Because it's men like him that will keep us, at least a little longer, from having another Pol Pot scenario over here. Because, like, look at, you know, read a little history. Like, look at history and see what happened to societies that were disarmed. And then think about it. You care about your guns more than the children? That whole thing. Now, I'm not even going to get into the fact that none of those are real. None. I'm saying 0. I don't care. It's cope all you want. Get mad. It doesn't. None of that stuff. They're all manufactured. All of them. For the express purpose of making a situation where they could take people's stuff away from them. And you don't really have to go too deep into them to see the bullshit that they are. I mean, when you know, they first started running these scenarios, the first one in '99, that one looked real. Like, I had no reason to believe that wasn't real. Well, later to find out it was another stage one. But, you know, there's a couple things with that. Surveil. The veil coming down. And at the same time, they're getting more competent in these agencies. That could be the DEI hiring or whatever, but something's going on. They're you know, these things are so sloppy. They're so sloppy. I don't even look at them anymore. I used to look at them to go through them, to just, you know, oh, that's this, that's... You know, the thing is, when they first start doing these, whenever they run one, they always throw like 10 things at the wall. 10 different possible narrative scenarios, stories. So when they very first start happening, you get all sorts of different narratives going on. Like the one that Alex Jones got fake sued for. And it was a fake sued, because he's their guy. So he was fake sued by fake families for fake money. What the idea behind that was, it was supposed to put a chill in the bones of people who would dare talk about it. But yeah, but none of that was. It's all fucking kayfabe, man. This whole world is like that. But anyway, in that scenario, I remember watching it as it was happening. Like I saw it from the very beginning. I was watching every little part of it. And there's so many things from that got memory hold. Like at first there was footage, and I saw it, of guys, of like military type looking dudes with black outfits in the woods around the area. And they're reporting on that. And then they had the guy's brother on scene, you know, the main kid, his brother. He was getting into a car. They're loading into a car, and he's like, I didn't do it, I'm innocent. So what they do is they throw all these different narratives out at once, and they see whatever kind of works, whatever people latch on to, whatever seems like the most plausible. You know, they found his guns like 4 times, and then you see the people involved, and you start matching them up to all the other operations they were at. You know, the neighbor is the principal over here. The lady that was killed is the special ed teacher from this one. Sometimes not the school. Sometimes they had the Boston marathon thing. Some of those people were involved in some of these other schools, and so they mix and match, you know. And it's all so that they can build a narrative to take away the people's stuff, and that they haven't really been successful at doing it yet, but they want to, you know. And that's why I think it was good that this happened, you know, because it shows them that it's still going to be a problem, you know. Because trust me, if people had their stuff taken away, we would have been standing out in that fenced-in area with hoodies on and ball caps over our faces, all dirty, looking out the fence. We would have been there. We would be there. I'd be there now, you know. Kind of hoping I'd have my own FEMA tent, or at least some kind of accommodation. But you never know. You never know. One can only hope for stuff like that. One can only hope for a nice tent. Until next time, don't blame the teacher, blame the school. On a magic carpet, right? Yeah, that guy. That guy's pretty good, actually. Whoever it is.